All right, now that we got the trees up and the ornaments on, the lights are on, it's really starting to feel like Christmas. So I'm going to place some of the props in the scene. I can't do the whole thing today because I do have a headshot coming in, so I need the center free for the headshot. But we're going to get some of these things set up. And my first prop, which I found 3 years ago, and a lot of my stuff I find in thrift stores, was this really cool toy box. I'm going to lift it up so you can see it. The place was going out of business and I got it for like 10 bucks. So even though there's a name on top, I just put a red blanket on top. So this usually waits on the side. And this is good if the family has a couple of kids that want to sit next to Santa. So it's going to go over here. Now also a couple years ago, I found this really cool toy in a store. And I looked at it. It was like in the middle of summer. And I picked it up and I was like, I don't know what I'll use it for, but I grabbed it. It was only really cheap, like $5. And this is what it was. And it's like a little pony set. And you just kind of go like this. You wind it up. And you let it go and the strings make the ponies go around. I was like, oh my God, that could be a great Christmas set decor. And I have never used it, so I thought this year, since I'm kind of going vintage, I would put this in the set. So this is going to have a place of honor somewhere. All right, no Christmas set is complete without a rocking horse, of course. So we always have a rocking horse. This makes for great pictures with the little guys. We put them right in front of the fireplace, put them on the horse. We can make the horse fly in some of the magical photos. Santa sprinkles pixie dust on the kids, and the horse can actually fly in the air. Wasn't that kind of cool, huh? So maybe try that out. Of course, you got to have a sled. I found this in a store a few years ago. It's not anything old or anything, but it was just the right size for the set. It wasn't a full sled, so it fit in pretty good. So we're going to put this right over here. All right, and no Christmas set is complete without the Red Ryder wagon. This is a real Red Ryder wagon. I found it in an antique mall that was closing down. I sold it to me for 15 bucks. According to them, it was made in the 1970s, but you know how antique dealers are. You can't always believe what you hear. All right, so the same day I found the wagon, I also found a Red Ryder tricycle. So I thought that was like really the hit of the day. It was only 15 bucks at the same outlet that was going out of business, so I grabbed both of them in the same day. So, and according to them, this was also made in the 1970s. So I don't know if that's true or not. Now, of course, the big thing is I got a little bench with the toy box, but for the kids, you know, I have a ton of variety of chairs that can be used with Santa. I got little tiny rocker chairs, which are cool. I've got a little bit bigger rocker for the kids right here. These just kind of wait to the side, so if we need to use them. We usually end up using a couple of them every session. Yeah, so once we get Santa in his chair, during the session he will read to the kids from the night before Christmas, and he will also pull out his scroll to check to see if the kids are on the naughty or nice list. So we always get the kids' names ahead of time, and when they see the list, there's nothing on it, but when they get the photo, their names appear magically right on the scroll. The one thing you really need in Christmas photos are Santa hats, so we got lots of choices in Santa hats. Of course, one of the most important objects we use is the globe, and this is where Santa Claus shows him how he makes his trip around the world and where he actually lives, and maybe even show them where they live. So if we know where they live, we can actually point it out to them on the map and tell them how he flies there with his reindeer. Last year we had cookies with Santa during the photos. We had milk and cookies, and I kind of wanted to expand on that a little bit. So this year we're still going to have cookies and milk, but we're going to do kind of like a little 5-minute, so decorate your cookies with Santa. So we'll have a little decorating kit with us, and the kids can put their own icing on, and they can have milk and cookies with Santa. So they'll come on with this little tray, we'll put that down in front of them, and then they can have a great time with Santa making their cookies.